What's going on, everybody? Vinny here again with Kelly T. This time around, I checked out a band from Ohio right here in the United States of America called Ruins of Yith. Well, that might have been a little too black metal because this band is not black metal. They're more like a mellow funeral doom with elements of symphonics. Ruins of Yith is a new band, so I couldn't really dig up much information on them. This is their first release, released in January of this year, entitled En cyklus of fortabelse og skabelse, which in Danish means a cycle of perdition and creation. So this band has a very Lovecraftian vibe. If you're into H.P. Lovecraft, you're going to dig this stuff. So let's just jump right in. Lucifer's Cage is the first intro track. Just a little side note here. This band has intro tracks before every single song. So there's really only like 5 songs on the album and then 5 intros as well, for the most part. So anyways, Lucifer's Cage is a spoken word intro. Sympho build into track 2, which is For the Rats to Devour. Immediately you catch a Sabbath feel. Very bewitching, heavy-handed, and hard. It's like a true vibe commences once the growling kicks in, and they do a good job mixing clean and growling vocals, as well as hardcore elements popping up throughout this track, and sort of a 90s feel as well. So kind of At the Gates-esque, if you guys are familiar with At the Gates. Track 3 is The Pain of Necessity, which is another spoken word intro track, and you're starting to get the feel that this is reading as a journal, kind of mournful and macabre. Definitely original poeticism as far as the lyrical content is concerned. There's cats meowing beneath my feet. We should do something about all these cats, I'll tell you. So anyways, track 4 is Molding the End. This is mournful and scornful, painful at points, very clean musically. It has a great production value. So moving on to track 5, which is Fury. This was another intro, again spoken word, journal style, leading into track 6, which is Laying Mountains Low. Technical and shrill, very hardcore and slow throughout the whole entire track. Track 7 is The Sorrow of My Deeds, a very symphonic build, elegant, and this was the intro to track 8, which is Pillars of Guilt. Pillars of Guilt. Pillars of Guilt, again, is a very slow-moving, very Lovecraftian, grabbing at your heartstrings and kind of haunting in a sense. Moving to track 9, which is Precipice, and this is the intro to the final track, Unending Cycle of Defeat. This is very early 90s vibe, kind of like Godsmack, so I guess a little late 90s as well. It was a cool sound, man. I kind of dig this. As I said, this whole album plays as a journal, which is an interesting style for an album of this kind. You don't really hear much mellow funeral doom with symphonics and elements of hardcore and 90s elements that are able to pull off something as cohesive as a journalist album. I enjoyed it. It was a cool thing to check out, aside from my usual tastes, which generally revolve around black metal or like, crust punk, stuff like that. So all in all, I really dig this record. It was well composed, emotive, and thoroughly Lovecraftian. So that's what I got for you this week. I'll see you guys next week. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Give us a like. Give us a share. Give us a shout. Not black metal, but, fucking metal, right?